engine here. I want you to fix it for me. Lickety split.
What brand of engine is this?
I don't know. Figure it out. That's what I brought it here for.
It says,
Yeah, it says get it running, alright?
oh, it says Pincor on there.
Yeah, I don't know what it says.
Yeah, I can't help you with that. I'm not a dealer for this.
Why not?
Because I'm not a dealer for this type of engine, I can't get any parts to fix it.
What's the difference? Just go in the back and get some parts. Put it on there. Come on, babe. I need this engine lickety split. Come on, let's go. Come on, hurry.
It doesn't work that way, sir.
Well, how does it work?
Well, this is not a brand that I work on. I can't get parts for it. I'm not a dealer for it.
Well, what brands do you work on, babe?
Well, like Tecumish, and brakes and scrap 'em, Crawler, Scrub Cadet, Kinda Sucky.
This is like one of them. It works the same way. It's the same principles.
Do I know you?
You probably know my brother, Jesse.
Landscaper?
Yeah.
Are you a landscaper too?
Yeah.
And what's your name?
Jeffy?
Okay, Jeffy.
Yeah, I need this engine fixed right away, okay?
Well, yeah, I understand all that, but in order to repair it, I gotta get repair parts, and I'm not a dealer, so I can't get those parts.
So you're telling me you can't help me?
No, I can't help you.
Yeah, you don't want to help me is what it sounds like.
No, I wish I could help you, but I can't with this particular engine. It's not a brand that I work on. I'm
Oh, what,
sorry.
you hate me that much? You don't like my brother that much? You don't want to help us? Is that what
I never said I hated anybody.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go over to Gordy's. Maybe he'll help me.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah, because you're incompetent.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah. I want to go take it over to Gordy. Somebody that knows what they're doing.
Okay, do that.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
Yeah, business sucks.
Hey, buddy. Why you looking so down?
Oh, hey, who are you?
Don't worry about it.
Taryl won't work on my engine. He said it's not one of the brands he works on.
Oh, well, that's too bad. Maybe you need to turn it into one of the brands that he does work on.
Huh, I like the way you think. Give me the Tecumish, babe. Oh, hey, babe.
Oh, Jeffy. I told you I'm not going to work on that engine.
Well, you said you work on Tecumish engines?
Oh, yeah, this is the Tecumish. Yeah, I work on those.
Yeah, this is a Tecumish. So I'll be back in what, 20 minutes?
Oh, hold on there, Jeffy. You got to give me at least a day. Can you give me a day?
A day? I guess.
All right, come back tomorrow and I have this baby running for you.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks, Taryl.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, see you, babe.
All right, awesome. Business rocks.
Pterodactyl here. And today's video is going to be on this here antique Tecumish engine, which I've never seen a Tecumish like this before. This is really old. This is a model that I'm not familiar with. Oh, wait a minute. It's a Pincor. That's why I'm not familiar with it. It's a Pincor engine. I wonder where this came from. He just slapped that counterfeit sticker on there and tricked me into thinking, oh, this says it all right here. Ronnie, that scumbag. Now this is all making sense. But we're still going to get this thing going. We're still going to get it running. All right, now I know what this is. This is an old Pincor engine. Now, Pincor made gas-powered reel mowers. You know, with the reel on it, that kind of scissors the grass. And that's what this came off of, an old Pincor reel mower. And this is kind of interesting because it's got this transmission on here. And it's got a clutch. That locks it in gear, that takes it out of gear. So it would be self-propelled. And it also has this on it, which is a reverse. Did you ever see a reverse on a reel mower? So it's not really a reverse, because if you think about a reel mower, when you would push it, it would engage the reel and start cutting the grass, and then when you would pull back on it, it would freewheel. So what this was, that I learned from Grass Rat Pat, a friend of ours, Uncle Pat, this was because they had what was called a self-sharpening feature on the reel mower. It would stay sharp longer. So what you would do is put it in this like reverse mode, and it would spin the reel backwards, which was supposed to help kind of hone the blades on it to make it sharp. It wasn't a reverse to make the mower go backwards. It was for that sharpening feature they had. Then later on, Pincor quit making their own engine, and they would use brakes and scrap them engines on them. So we're going to get this thing going. So the first thing we need to do is kind of evaluate it and see, you know, what it's going to take to get it started. So as always, we want to know if there's, you know, compression. And it feels like it's got plenty of compression. And we need to know if it's got spark. So I gotta put my spectacles on again because I can't see without these. Spark plug's under here. This is the kill button to kill the mower when you want to stop it. I'll deal with Ronnie later over these counterfeit stickers. So it's going to be kind of hard to get a spark tester in here. So what I could probably do is, if I can get this coil wire to kind of stay a certain distance from here, it should jump that gap if it's got good spark. Oh, it's got spark. Woo! Got good blue spark. All right. Well, that's good. Now this is from the 1950s, this engine. Maybe early 50s. Now another thing we want to do is check before we start spraying any starting fluid or anything in it, if it's got dinosaur syrup. So let's see if we got any dinosaur syrup in here. Oh yeah, it's full. A little dirty, but it'll lubricate. And then we want to check this little gearbox. See if there's some syrup in there. Now this has got a pipe plug in it. It looks like somebody cut a slot in there. So you can remove this with a screwdriver. Unless they cut it in the factory like that. Oh yeah. And down here it says oil level right here. And it says use number 10 oil only. So I'm figuring 10 weight is what they mean by number 10. So there's oil in there. So that's good. Now we'll take a peek inside the gas tank. Oh, we got that gasket. I can always make a new one to go inside this cap. Take a peek in there, and this looks like old varnishy fuel. Look at it. So it looks like molasses. It's all brown. So I take tank off and rinse it out. Now the air cleaner is actually right here under this. So what they were doing is grabbing air off the flywheel to dump it right into the carburetor, which is kind of a good idea. So this is the air filter, which looks like it's just Brillo pad, which is what they used to use a lot back then to filter the air. like steel wool. So that's the air cleaner. And then that goes straight into the carburetor. So we could spray some starting fluid in there and see if we can get it to lick off. And if it does, then it's probably just a matter of cleaning the fuel system out. Now here's our choke. It's got a spring operated choke, so it would spring back. And this is our throttle, because it's moving our throttle lever back and forth. And here's our governor with our governor spring, which is hooked to this lever. So that's going to govern our engine speed. Here's our low speed screw here. And then down on the bottom is a high speed, which looks like it had like a pin that went through it, but the ends of the pin are broke off. So there's no way to grab that to adjust it. And then this looks like it's some kind of sediment bowl on the end of that. So let's take that off. That'll give us an indication of what we're in store for when we go into the carburetor, which we may have to do. Let's see what's in here, what surprises are in here. And that doesn't look good. That looks like signs of moisture. That white powdery crap. I hope that's not what's in the carburetor too. This I can clean up in my sandblast cabinet. I can blast that out and get that clean again. Alright, so there is a shutoff valve on here. And again, it looks like somebody filed a slot in it because the end of the valve probably had a handle on it, T-handle or something. Looks like it broke off. And it was in the closed position. So maybe they ran it dry. I don't know. Alright, so let's just get some starting fluid. Spray it in there and see if this thing will lick off. Spray some of that in there. See what happens. 1950. Let's go, baby. Woo! Sound like it wanted to start. Now I noticed when I sprayed that in there, it's immediately leaking out of here. As soon as I went to spray that in here, that's weird. Spray some more in there. Oh yeah, it's leaking right out. See if this thing will start and run for a second and die. Wants to. Good shot. Whoa. Alright, we got it to start that time. Check this recoil out. It's got a ball for a handle. That's pretty neat. Alright, so obviously we got a fuel problem. And it rattled all my tools off. Ugh. So, I'm going to take the tank off. So I can see these 4 screws. I'm going to loosen them up first. This engine's in very good shape. It's all there, it's all complete. There's nothing seems to be missing other than the lawnmower itself. Then I'll give me a wrench and take that off. And then I'll try to rinse that tank out as best I can. So everything's coming apart. Now I don't know if you remember or not, but we got this from a Taryl fan that we met in Portland. Doc Neon, we called him. And he said he had this thing mounted on some kind of homemade go-kart. So that came off pretty easy. Well, that was loose. Yeah, these weren't very tight. And that popped out of there. Just got to disconnect this governor spring. Just kind of curled around in there. And the link is the throttle link. Now there's different holes for this throttle link. And it's all the way on the inside one. So I want to remember that. It's all the way in there. Okay. So this is the carburetor. Not much to it. Very basic and simple, it looks like. Again, got no parts to fix this. This was leaking. So, it's obviously an O-ring or some kind of packing in here. So chances are if we would have put gas to it, it probably would have leaked out on us. Alright. I'm going to take this over on the workbench. We'll get a closer look at it where I got all my tools are over there. To the workbench! Alright, so we got some build up here on the inlet. Some crustation that would restrict our fuel flow. And I'm going to take this off. This is our high-speed screw. Maybe I could drive that pin out and put a new roll pin in there. So yeah, it's got some kind of gasket, cork gasket or something in here. Some kind of packing. We might be able to get this to seal up again. The end of the needle, it's got some corrosion on it. So we got that off. Let's take these 4 screws out. See what kind of surprises are waiting for us. Inside here. So this 2 screws also hold that throttle linkage lever on. I kind of broke it loose. Want to break this. Starting to come. Hope this carburetor isn't ruined. Don't want to come apart. Hope there's something I'm not missing here. There we go. All right. Don't look too bad. Again, these old carburetors, pretty simple. Here's our needle and seat right in here. There looks like there's a keeper here that kind of holds the hinge pin down. This little thing. Maybe I can work it out. I don't want to break it. There we go. I got that work loose. Let's see if this will come off. The needle will come out. I'm going to have to scratch it. Kind of help free it up. It's holding our float pin from coming out. Maybe I can give it a little help. It seems to be stuck in there. Try a little stouter. I don't want to break it. I don't want to come out. Alright, and there's a bunch of crust in here. That's what was keeping it from coming apart in half. Chances are, probably with minimal cleaning, put it back together. Where are those dental tools at? Because I don't need them. This is a good dental tool. It's got this scraper on the end. Look at that. Look at that. It's making a noise too, just like at the dentist. Not that I would know what that sounds like, because I've never been to a dentist. Okay, I can't get this thing apart, and I'm afraid I'm going to break it. So I just cleaned it as best I could and went through all the jets and tubes and stuff. So let's just put it back together. I rinsed out the tank. Now there's fuel that'll pour through it. So let's just put it back together and fingers crossed, let's see if it'll run. Okay, I made a new gasket for the gas cap out of some real thick gasket paper. Got the carburetor back together. I put a roll pin in there. I knocked that other pin out, so now we can adjust it. Now let's pour some dinosaur juice in there and see if it pees out all over the place. And see if this thing will start too. See if my carburetor skills. I do have the valve open. So far so good. Don't see any gas leaking out. We're going to stick this thing on the floor. Otherwise it's going to rattle all over the place. So here's the choke. Hold that with one hand. on, baby. Woo! There we go, there we go, there we go! Woo! Woo! It's idling and everything. Now this is a clutch. There's going backwards. Didn't have to do much to that carburetor. Didn't have to clean it like real clean. It's leaking a little bit, seeping. Probably because of that gasket, which I could always make a new one. Now, we need to figure out what to put this thing on. So we can make some kind of little vehicle or something out of it. So we need to figure out what to put this on next. But we did get it running. 1950s Pincor engine, rebranded Tecumish by some scumbag that wanted me to work on this, and I told him I couldn't fix it, and I did fix it. There's a lot going on right now, isn't there? Fix it, not fix it. But we got it running. We got the Pincor going. Doc Neon. Woo! So subscribe to this YouTube channel. Taryl Fixes All. That's me, Taryl. Go to our web store. Buy some of our stuff. We got all kinds of stuff. Check it out. All kind of neat stuff. Follow me with your Pincors on Facebook and Instagram. And as always, there's your dinner. Woo! 1950s Pincor lives again. Woo! Runs good. What a surprise. These old engines, I tell you, they run better than new ones. I'd rather have these old ones over these new ones. I can't believe it.
Oh, hey, what are you doing with that thing there, buddy?
Oh, I'm throwing in the garbage. It's what Taryl will work on.
Oh, well, I might have a little solution to your problem there.
What? What are you talking about?
Check these out.
Hey, you! With the weed eater!
Oh, crap, Taryl!
Start kicking rocks! Ronnie, I think you and me need to have a little talk.
Oh, what? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
I want that jacket.
What? This one? This is my best jacket.
Give me the jacket!
Oh, all right.
I think you know where this conversation's going, don't you?
Yeah. Over the fence.
Oh!